You know what's bizarre? Our time is most consumed trying to produce mainly one thing: money. And unfortunately, money isn't something we take the time to fully understand and learn more about, which can really lead into financial mistakes down the road that can make you the opposite of rich. So today I'm going to be showing you 7 financial sins that will keep you poor, how not to get caught in them so you can actually set yourself up for future success. This video is going to be showing you an analysis of each of the 7 financial sins and what exactly you need to know about their specific effects towards you. Make sure you watch this video till the very end because I guarantee you this information will change your life. Now, let's get started. The first financial sin is not developing a financial IQ. Schools mainly teach you how to work in a job, but not too much how to get rich. There's a common habit among most people I see myself coming out of college. They usually start to work, earn money, but then they usually spend it all. You see, money is a multiplier for whatever habits you have already with your personal finances. This has been seen with a lot of athletes who get giant contracts, makes millions, but they lack financial IQ, and at the end they somehow end up bankrupt. This is why it's extremely important to develop your financial IQ because it shifts your way of thinking of how to properly handle your money and avoid long-term consequences. So what is the solution in order not to fall into this financial sin? Well, the obvious answer is you need to increase your financial IQ. To start off, financial IQ is composed of 4 different parts. The first part is accounting, which means understanding financial statements. The second part is investing, which is the science of making money. The third part is understanding markets, supply and demand, technical and fundamental investments. And the fourth part is the law, understanding taxes or avoiding lawsuits. Ignorance is not bliss in terms of not knowing that you're probably paying more than you should. I started with this book called The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. It's super straightforward of understanding the smart strategy and direction that you could be doing with your personal finances, so I highly recommend if you get the chance to get the book and read it. Thanks to Audible, our video sponsor. If you want, you could get the book absolutely for free just by going to audibletrial.com/Chronicle Living. A link will be down below. A simple sign up will actually get you an exclusive 30-day free trial with amazing benefits, which right now members are getting 2 free audiobooks every month. Definitely don't miss out and check it out. Now, this leads to the second financial sin, which is investing into liabilities instead of assets. By definition, liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket, much like a leech does it to their victims when they suck blood. Assets, on the other hand, are the opposite, which are things that put money in your pocket without you having to work for it. Now that you know what they mean, how can you understand this better to help you avoid losing money with liabilities? Well, for example, let's take a look how expensive luxury cars can be a classic liability that many people try to invest in. A famous millionaire real estate investor and sales trainer, Grant Cardone, once talked about how unwise it is to purchase exotic cars at an early stage in life. He went as far as calling it as the dumbest thing you could ever buy in your life. And the best time to buy an exotic car is when it really wouldn't affect your personal net worth. Now, why is that? One of the most common mistakes that I see vehicle buyers make is falsely identifying their car as an asset, when in truth, it's often a liability. Now, one may say that their vehicle is an asset because they put a decent amount of money back into their pocket once they sell it. On most occasions, this is just far from the truth. Cars have expenses, and just to name a few, that includes fuel cost, repair, maintenance, registration, sales tax, insurance, and toll fees. And buying an exotic car on top of that just multiplies those expenses even more, that can really put those young adults and entrepreneurs in a chokehold on their finances. Now that you learn how cars are liabilities, the importance of even exotic cars aren't as important to get early on, because that money spent on that car could have been compounded over time if it were placed into an asset that can grow and produce more in the long run. If you want to learn more about asset and liabilities, another really good book I recommend for anyone to read is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Heck, even Will Smith made his kids read this book too. This book is an easy read, made simple enough so you can understand how the rich play play smart and take advantage of building their asset portfolio to make their money. Now, moving forward with the understanding of assets and liabilities, while it's very important to budget properly and being a little frugal, especially at an earlier stage in life, the reality is down the road, the third financial sin you'll come across is believing you could just save your way to wealth. Again, not saying you should go out and blow out your money. I think it's always great to get amazing deals and save as much as you can. But think about this, you won't see any coupon clippers pulling up in a Walmart parking lot with a Lamborghini. And if you do, that's like seeing a Bigfoot. Now, is it necessary to have a Lamborghini? Of course not. That was just a simple example of how your smart budgeting, out earning your expenses by earning more income, is also the other side of the equation and a positive growth of your net worth. In my opinion, you should actually start building an asset portfolio because there's so much time you could give at a job to earn money, so having a passive income on the side from an asset will be extremely beneficial. This is what I found to be effective. A great start for beginners is to start investing 25% of your savings into an asset like an index fund that could be compounded over time. There's a lot more you can learn about investing through another book you could read called Unshakable by Tony Robbins. The fourth financial sin is being unaware of the cash flow quadrant. This is brought up in another book, Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And basically the entire economic world is broken up into 4 separate quadrants of how people actually make their money. On the left side we have the E and the S quadrant. E stands for employee, which 80% of the world make their money by trading their time for dollars by punching in and out at their company. The S stands for self-employed, which their way of making money is by running their own business, but still it requires their full time since they're the heart of the business, and unfortunately if they leave, their business will die off. Now the rest of the quadrant we have the B and the I, aka the rest of the 20%, and their way of making money is really different. B stands for business owner. They build and invest into assets, which over time it will now require their complete presence and their income is stable and can still climb up. And finally we have I for investor. Remember how investing is one of the 4 parts of a financial IQ, the science of using money to make more money? A simple example of how in the show Shark Tank we see successful business owners who've decided to become investors by using their money to invest into other businesses and products in hopes to make a larger profit in the future. Understanding the cash flow quadrant can really help you realize there's other ways of making money, and it can help you transition one day over to the B and the I quadrant. Now those shark investors know very well there will be chances of failures in their investments with other businesses, which brings me to the 5th financial sin, which is never using failures as stepping stones, and instead they take them as discouragements. Whether you're talking about business, athletics, parenting, or relationships, even the most successful people don't get everything right. Failure is a given on the path to success, and how we deal with failure can significantly impact the level of what we achieve in any endeavor. Tell me, what's better? Throwing the towel when things start to get hard, or pushing it through the discouragement and life obstacles by turning all the failures into useful lessons? The truth is, if you're growing, stretching, and expanding, you will experience failure. Failure is simply feedback informing us there's a different or better way. But poor-minded broke people will always disagree, think otherwise, and just give up. Now, how can any broke-minded person stop behaving like a broke-minded person? That is by avoiding the 6th financial sin, which is using all your free time for entertainment instead of self-development. While it's great to relax and have fun, which I think everyone should be doing once in a while, there will be important priorities that will be needed to be taken care of first if you want to get further ahead of the world. You see, self-development happens in our minds, which greatly affects our decisions and habits with our work, businesses, and money. By improving and expanding the mind, many successful CEOs and entrepreneurs do that by reading self-development books, which many read an average of 2 self-development books a month. Here just to name a few top business leaders and entrepreneurs who made reading a major part of their daily lifestyle. Bill Gates reads about 50 books per year, which breaks about 1 per week. Mark Cuban reads about 3 hours every day. Elon Musk is an avid reader, and when he was asked how he learned to build rockets, he just said, "I read books." Mark Zuckerberg resolved to finishing a book every 2 weeks. So you see the similarities? We should never stop learning on how to feed our minds, which could really improve your business and your knowledge for future applications. But don't just read anything, be very selective on what you read, opting to be educated over being entertained. Those top business leaders and entrepreneurs believe that books are a gateway to success by learning and acquiring useful knowledge. And finally, the 7th financial sin is being afraid of hard work and never taking risk. Yeah, I know, it's a bit cliche, but take a look. Risk is around us all the time. Life is a series of calculated risk. Everything you decide to do has a margin of risk. No outcome is ever 100% certain, but it pays to make calculated risk to advance your life and career. You see, there are 2 types of people out there. Those who take pride in security. They seek stability, affiliation, comfort, work worth doing, and the assurance that everything will be okay. And there are those that take risk, explore opportunities, try to make a dent in the universe. They don't just see failure as an option and embrace every obstacle as a way forward. And honestly, the truth is there'll never be a perfect time for you to start if you want to launch a project, an idea, or show your work. The timing will never be perfect for you to write a book, change your habits, or embrace a new habit that can really significantly impact your finances. Once you acknowledge this, you'll get a lot more meaningful work done every day. And those are the 7 financial sins that will keep you poor. I hope you found value in this video. Let me know what you think about those financial sins and if there are other ones by sharing in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe for more future videos that's coming up. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you later.